statements. It's something more, inspiration. But it's nothing cause I'm good to take it. Really hoping that you lose. I'm really hoping that you choose. That I'm teaching like in school. That I'm really about to use. I'm a fighter. I am everything you feel. Ask your questions. I'm the answer. I'm the whispers in your ear.
Are you finished? No, I can Swedish. But we're done with our meal.
Here it is. The Woodland Mansion. We're gonna get in there, get your equipment.
So we're gonna fight in Atlantis. Why not? Hope you brought your raincoat and your flippers. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Nice to be here with you.
And now it's time for our tale of the tape. Perhaps the greatest heavyweight of all time, the Brown Bomber Joe Louis. He's 6'2" tall, 181 pounds, one of the best right hands in the business. And they'll be facing Antonio Tarver, 6'2" tall, with a reach of 75 inches.
We'll be talking.
The Brown Bomber Joe Louis. His fight against Matt Schmeling, one of the most important fights in the history of this fine sport. And up against them, it's Antonio Tarver. You're looking at the Magic Man, one of the best to ever do it, a multi-time light heavyweight world champion.
Look at this. These fights are so up for it. Look at that.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, an iconic longtime world champion who defended his title for a record of 12 years, introducing a heavyweight champion of the world.
So much hype. You can't imagine how bad these fighters want to get their hands on each other. It's bombs away. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. He threw a punch and just got countered. Throws the jab but does not score.
Terminator versus Terminator. Which AI would win? Terminator versus AI.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, you want to bait them in to throw first. Make them think you're going to throw a punch
Artificial intelligence versus
Second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do.
That the
so you've
best
got to
AI
fight.
win.
A counter punch is smart.
I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
No rest for the weary. Wanted to land the left hook, but was not successful. And he misses with that jab.
This is interesting. AI versus AI.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round. Here's the bell for round 2. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
So Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got a double shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
A lot of effort being exerted here. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Good counter punching. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? Nice counter shot. A swing and a miss with that jab. You'd like to see more jabs. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same...
On to the third. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
There's a counter shot. No rest for the weary. They walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite level stuff here.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
They have no respect for each other's punching power. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw
Dominance, without a doubt, made look so...
Back at it in round 4. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
So much for boxing. This is a fight. Those counter punches have to hurt. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket him.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
You wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of a shot from that heavyweight. The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym. You can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round. Back into the fray here in round 5. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Beautiful counter punch. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he'll close you down.
This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
One punch could change everything in this battle. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Nice counter. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Down big time on the scores.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Smart way to go out there. Take the round off and win the round on your jab. And breathe when you're stepping back.
This is the beginning of round 6. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
We wanted action, and they are giving us action. When are we going to see a jab from these two? When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
They exchange punches. How about that time counter shot? Nice counter punch right up the middle. Caution is being thrown to the wind. Carrying away the right hook. Perfect counter shot. His jab just got blocked. Big whiff with the right hook. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't...
There's the bell to start round 7. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
That left hook won't score. Big swing and a miss with the hook. That counter punch caught him clean. The perfect counter lands. Punch, counter punch. I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed, they're confident, they know they just have to quick burst, boom! In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed, and that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
Catch and shoot. It's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
Dominance, without a doubt, made look.
And they're back at it again here in round 8. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Jab does not score. The jab doesn't quite connect. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Nice counter shot. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. And Antonio Tarver crushes to the canvas. What a knockout headshot. Let's watch it again. And they knew it when they threw it.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
Can't believe they managed to beat the count, but that could be the last hurrah.
Look at his...
And Tarver crushes to the canvas. How about that impact? Let's see that again in slow motion.
I need to see that again.
It's go back to the drawing board time, a unanimous decision victory.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class, that's levels. One is up there, one is down there, but you know what? The loser is going to have to learn a big, big, hard lesson. I totally...
Keep striving until my lungs can't breathe. They're all tired, I don't know about fatigue. Got my bros back if we come under siege. Got my dogs with me, I ain't carrying a leash. Thank the Lord for my freedom of speech, cause I say what I like and I do what I please. Brothers think I didn't train for this my whole life. Tried to tell them it didn't come with ease. They must have thought that I didn't put in graft. Stayed fully focused and stuck to the task. When it paid off, I was like at last. Them other brothers can kiss my ass. And I promise you that I wouldn't wanna be ya. Them man ain't got this energy, do ya? I cannot feel that vibe going through ya. Flat battery like my dead computer. Told them once and I tell them again. Giving up's not an option, I'll fight to the end. Physical attributes at 10 out of 10. So trying to catch me, I wouldn't recommend. Told them once and I tell them again. Giving up's not an option, I'll fight to the end. Physical attributes at 10 out of 10.
What a night for a fight. We're at Brooklyn Hall. My name is Todd Grisham. Next to me, of course, is Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine.
Terry Harper. She won the IBO lightweight title in 2019 and the WBC lightweight title in 2020. Alicia Napoleon fighting out of New York. This middleweight won the championship back in 2018.
I'm so excited for this fight. There is no nonsense here.
And now we toss it up to the world-renowned ring announcer, Mr. Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Yorkshire, England, here is a women's super featherweight champion of the world, Terry Belter Harper. Fighting out of the blue corner, fighting out of Lindenhurst, New York, here is the women's super middleweight champion of the world, the Empress, Alicia Napoleon Espinosa.
All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking.
Todd, when you've got fights in there that really believe they're going to win, that's when the action happens.
No doubt about it, this was the hottest ticket in town by a country mile. Every seat has been sold. We're expecting an all-out offensive display. Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. drop their guard, they get caught. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. That counter shot lands. Well done with that counter shot. Nope, that hook won't score. He wasn't ready for that counter. We welcome you to this beautiful theater where every seat has been sold, but the fans will only need the edge. We expect a standing ovation when these two are done.
You walk in, you cannot hide or duck or stand behind anybody. The audience is on you. They see every single movement, every single twitch. If you're scared, the thousands of people out here in this place, they will spot it.
We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Punch, counter, a very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Harper in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has... There's the bell for round 2. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Johnny, a lot of fighters focus on their defense with their hands up. This fighter focuses on their defense with their footwork, moving on those angles, staying out of danger.
This is what makes outside fighters so good. Their footwork is second to none. It's as fast as their hands.
You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Throws the jab but does not score. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. Nice counter. Talk about Harper in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in. And there's the bell for round 3. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Perfect counter lands. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. It's all offense all the time. fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
The straight right just misses. And that jab just missed with the left hand. You'd like to see more jabs. Good counter punching. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Harper in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Get back out there and win.
Right, great round, great round. Now relax, relax. She's flat.
Get out there and switch on. Get this boxing back together.
Focused, do what you're doing. You're already doing great.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
This can be so frustrating. You remember such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Which fighter will say no mas? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. The straight right just misses. Tried to score with a jab. How about that time counter shot? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Harper in that last round. Well, this fight back into the fray here in round 5. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Beautiful counter punch. There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
No rest for the weary. They exchange punches. That right hook catching air. when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Harper in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Back out there, do your jabs, do your
And what you want to do. Good work. Just keep her on the...
get back out there, focus. We've got a minute.
Let's start the sixth. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
When you've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses, how do you deal with it?
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Nice counter shot by her. Nice slip to avoid the jab. You'd like to see more jabs. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
We both know who the... Oh, right there! The Empress in trouble. How did they not go down?
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Nice counter shot. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Harper in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
Dominance, without a doubt.
Set her up.
Round 7, here we go. The last round was massive for her, Johnny. How does she keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
She throws the jab, but it doesn't score. Jab doesn't quite connect. That uppercut doesn't land. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Her stamina is off the charts. She got clipped by that counter. Catch and shoot. Nice defense on that right hook. And that left hook doesn't find its target. Good counter punch. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Down goes Terry Harper. Oh my goodness. I want to see that one more time.
You're right, Tom. What a shot.
Let's talk about Harper in that last round. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round would be 10-8 after the knockdown.
Can make or break a fighter.
Much better. She's not in your league.
Great work. I love that. You've been doing so well. Those jabs are slick. Mix it up.
This round.
Don't worry about that round. Don't worry about that round.
She won't have a clue what's going on. Stay one step ahead, and you will stay on top.
But we don't care. Get out there and win this next round. Now you let her back into the fight that round. That's her round. I need you to go back out there.
And there's the bell for round 8. Well, Johnny, give her some advice here. We know what she's got to do. It's desperation time after being dropped in that last round.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to close the round. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
She catches and counters. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
And you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
They both want a highlight reel knockout. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. There's a counter shot. This fight has a real good flow to it. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Perfect counter shot. Just missing with the uppercut. Good counter shot by her. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. The 3 judges agree, and we've got a unanimous decision.
This is the last thing we expected. What a fight. What a style. What a pace to get a unanimous decision. That is mad. I didn't see that coming. I thought this would be tight. This is nowhere near tight.